It's a big day at Sha Tin with the two Group 1s on the programme, the City Hong Kong Gold Cup and the Queen's Silver Jubilee Cup as well. Plus, we've got the second leg of the 4-year-old series, the Classic Cup as well. Part of a 10-race programme at Sha Tin with a couple of races on the all-weather as well. We've got it all covered here. I'm Andrew Jern. Good to have your company. I'm joined as always by our form analyst in Paul Alley and race caller Tom Wood as well. Tom, the Group 1s, we've got our very best on show in Golden 60 and Exalted.
Absolutely, Andrew. We've got a lot to look forward to at Sha Tin on Sunday afternoon with the two Group 1s and the second leg of the 4-year-old series, the Classic Cup over the 1,800 metres. Certainly very interesting race, the Classic Cup, but the other race on the programme littered with quality as well, not to mention Golden 60 versus Exalted and the Cup over 2,000 metres. And of course the Queen's Silver Jubilee Cup, which Beauty Generation in the last 3 years has had a stranglehold on. Doesn't have that same hold this year.
He doesn't, no, so there'll be a new name on the trophy. So races 3, 7 and 9 of the features. Paul, what are we looking at as well as jackpot-wise? We've got a couple of good ones, haven't we?
We have a really good one, triple trio, 12.2 million starting pool there. So we're expecting it to get over 23 million or around 23 million at least. So that's a really good one for the triple trio. Doesn't look easy as it normally doesn't, and obviously that's why it's so much. And then there is another one, like the third double trio. So if double trios are more you go, then races 9 and 10, of course, the first leg being the second leg of the 4-year-old series. So interesting. I think there'll be a lot of interest in that one.
OK, all right. So that's the second, so the final DT races 9 and 10. Lots to get through, even just with the 10 races. First news is that Maximus, unfortunately, not going round in the aforementioned Classic Cup. He's replaced by Smiling Time, and Chad Schofield makes the straight switch there. So that's the 4-year-old race coming up as the second last. We're on the A+3 course for the turf races and the 3 all-weather races. They are races 6, 8 and 1. The first one, of course, Class 4 of the 1,200 metres. That's where we start with Thou Shalt Sing heading the field, dropping in class a 3-time course and distance winner. Resolute has won course and distance. That came back in October, runner-up on his last 2 starts. Far Far makes his debut for Frankie Law. Matthew Poon rides him, as does HZ Tourbillon. Untold Riches, first up since the opening day of the season when he was beaten favourite, finishing third on the turf, now switches to the dirt. Sea Monarch, first start in open company. Haven't seen him since July, going round in the Griffins. Happy Tango should roll forward, and Hey Pal eligible for the lower class, but takes the lightweight here. California Gung Ho and Far Far have been up at Chung Fa, along with Sea Monarch and Happy Tango. Tom, what are we looking at as far as the speed map is concerned?
Yeah, speed here with Happy Tango and Hard Promise, but Hard Promise has the inside draw of gate number 2, Happy Tango in gate number 7. Resolute should get a nice run out of gate number 1 from the trail. He's been there or thereabouts. Untold Riches now in his recent trial, his most recent trial, he did miss it, and then he got quite keen and pulled himself up to a handy position. So I'll be interested to see what he can do in the run. Sea Monarch, California Gung Ho wide with HZ Tourbillon, one of the newcomers, and Far Far, the other newcomer.
Resolute, the first one we'll look at, as Andrew alluded to, he's been very consistent, run second in his last couple, and he hasn't taken a backward step. He still moves nicely in his track work here this morning and hit the end of it really nicely. So good from him. Here's one of the first starters, Far Far. Now, he's 1,060 pounds. He's had 5 trials to get him ready. And you can see for yourself there, stretching out down the back straight, Far Far. And he moves nicely enough, so plenty of trials to get him ready. And Untold Riches didn't mind his piece of work here as well. That's him in the blue saddlecloth, closest to us. And you can see he was just going really nice. He's just pulled a little bit there, and they gave him a bit more rain, and he did take off at the end of that.
OK, we'll hear from Zach Burton very shortly. Zach will be riding Untold Riches for Michael Chang. We'll start off, though, with Resolute, Tom. This is him finishing second. Last time out behind Lucky Fun, who goes around later on the programme. He
does. He looks to be a good chance in that race as well, Lucky Fun. But on Resolute, he was there to be shot at. He hit the front about 300 out, and then Lucky Fun got him over the final stage. He's been really consistent, though, and with gate number 1, he's Paul going to get, I think, the perfect run in the race.
Yeah, he's one of the main chances, and he looks really good, and I think Lucky Fun's a big chance later on. So he just got beaten by a better horse in the day there.
OK, what about Happy Tango? We're looking at him, Paul, of course, here at Happy Valley. This is last time out behind Everforce. He has placed on the dirt before, though.
Yeah, I think one of his better runs has been when he did run second behind Golfman Star. A few starts are back. That's 4 starts are back now. Not a bad run here once again, coming back to the surface. He's got Joe Moreira aboard as well. So a horse going nicely enough at the moment.
I think he's very close to a class drop as well of 41. He got slightly hampered, you can see in that replay there at about the 150, but thought he did stay on OK at the end. OK, the debutantes in the field, Tom, we've got 2 of them. We're going to have a look at Far Far here. He's a remarkable 3-year-old. Frankie Law, Matthew Poon. Not sure really where he's going to end up in the run because he has led in a barrier trial, but in this trial he was a tad slow away, settled back. He was pushed out to win, but it was okay. It was 130,000 New Zealand dollars for the NZB ready to run sale. He had 2 trials in Australia as well with the Casey Fogden, but I'd be happy just to watch first up, Paul.
Yeah, I haven't got him in either. I'm happy just to see him go round and see if there's improvement off those trials.
OK, all right. The other one being HZ Turbine. I think his trials have been OK, actually. A Eurozone 3-year-old for Danny Shum. We're going to focus, though, for a moment on Untold Riches. Favourite on debut on the opening day of the season as well. Zach Purton will take the reins on Sunday.
Zach, Untold Riches back from an injury-enforced break. What's his trials been like with you on board?
Not too bad. He's obviously a very big horse and he's quite heavy in his action as well. He's a horse that'll continue to improve with racing, but he's obviously got some ability. Michael probably needs 10 of these types of horses in his stable at the moment, and let's just hope he can go out there and win a race for him.
In his most recent trial, what happened at the start?
Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't standing up very well. He was on the side of the gate and he didn't feel comfortable in there at all. But I thought he was standing up well enough to be able to jump. He didn't react when the gates opened.
He was brave on debut and then pulled up with an injury after that. Does he give you the feel of a horse that will win his races?
Oh, sure. He's got ability. There's no doubt about that. And hopefully he can stay sound.
And he's running on the dirt for the first time as well too. Did he feel comfortable on that surface?
Yeah, he's always trialled well on it, works well on it. It's not a problem for him.
Pretty positive report then. On race day as well, his first start, he's actually quick out of the gates and made the run. He's come up 1.8 here. Pause on the short side, but possibly the goods.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I like the Swiss Aces when they come onto the all-weather. We've seen that before with the progeny. So he's on top. Resolute will run his race once again. He just might find one too good for him once again. He's so consistent at the moment. Thou Shall Sing. I like him coming down in grade, back into Class 4, and Happy Tango from the front with Joe Moreira aboard. 7, 3, 1 and 11.
Can't add much more. Same 4 numbers, same 4 order. I think it's a quinella between 7 and 3. Untold Riches and Resolute. Resolute certainly with a win on the board. Thou Shall Sing dropping in grade. He's dropped 15 pounds coming into this, and Vincent Ho has a good record aboard the horse. Thou Shall Sing, and Happy Tango there for a minor position. 7, 3, 1 and 11.
I'll shake things up a bit. I've gone 7, 3, 11 and 1. So I've just got the third and fourth round the other way. Otherwise, the same 4 there for the first.